All right, all right. It is Sunday and it is time for another snippet. Thanks so much for those who tune in, friends, family, and especially just people who are random who silently watch without commenting, which that's not judgment. I'm genuinely saying thank you so much for taking time to listen. Today on this Sunday snippet, I'm just going to talk a little bit about generosity and thinking outside of yourself. I love Facebook Marketplace. In this past year, I've personally been a recipient of getting things that have just been incredible deals. Part of that, yes, there might be people who are older who might not necessarily know the value of the things they're selling. I do think, though, instead, it's people who recognize what they have, but out of convenience, they're selling it at a lower rate. And maybe sometimes their intention is to just simply provide for another person. I want to continue that train. When I think about Facebook Marketplace and think about me selling, I recently got rid of a PS1, and then today at noon, I'm going to be getting rid of a Sega Genesis Mini. I have a Super Nintendo Mini that I play that I love. I have a Sega Genesis Mini that I received for a gift and I've never played. Truthfully, part of me was thinking about what if I hold on to this for years and then down the line then I sell it. As I've been thinking about that and as I've had a couple different interactions with people on Facebook Marketplace, I realized that there are people who want to play it now and who would enjoy playing it now. And if I can be somebody to sell it at a lower price, I can continue hopefully this trend of let's not hoard everything in, but instead figure out how we can use the things we like and get rid of the things that we don't use that other people will like and find value in. And I just love that thought so much. I am encouraged by it. And as I just think about moving forward in this week, I'm going to talk a little bit of Bible here. So if you want to tune off, completely understood. I've been reading a book called Matthew, the book of Matthew. The Bible is a collection of stories, books, poetry, things literal, things not literal, but written to different audiences. In the book of Matthew, there's a theme about the kingdom of heaven. There's a theme about repentance, which just means having a decision when you're making a wrongful decision and turning 180 degrees, doing an action otherwise. When I think about the kingdom and study it, there's this notion of it all being upside down to what culture says. And so this isn't an us versus them message. This is just more so saying, critiquing, let's think about how we all live together. Whether you're Christian or not, there's cool principles here that I believe could be applied, especially living in the United States. The United States could say, when you have a job, in order to become a leader, you have to step on others in order to make it to the top. Whereas the kingdom would say leadership, and good leadership actually means from the bottom, amplifying and pushing people up. The world says when you get slapped in the face, slap back harder, and the kingdom could say a theme of when you get slapped in the face, turn the other cheek. There's just something interesting about living outwardly instead of inwardly. And I'm an introvert. I love my time alone. But when I think about what it looks like to actually live functionally, serving people and living functionally outside of myself, it's encouraging because it intersects even the smallest things like selling a Sega Genesis Mini. So I just submit that to you. Once again, I believe this is week 5 of Sunday Snippet, and I'm enjoying these as a consistent way to slow down and just constructively think about my week. And I hope that you're able to do the same. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for listening to the snippet. Just sold the Sega Genesis Mini, and it confirmed just exactly what I was feeling. The dad was there, and his kids were in the car, and he kind of like hid the Sega Genesis in his jacket. He was trusting, because I told him you should look inside the box and see, but he's like, no, I trust you. But he doesn't want his kids to get addicted to playing the new gen cooler consoles, and so the Sega Genesis, playing Sonic 2 specifically, is what he said is his goal, and to give it to his son for a 7-year-old gift, birthday present. I mean, what more? What more could you want? What more could you want? Happy Sunday Snippet.